to Communication Excellence Coffee Talk, where coffee isn't free, but the talk is.
There may not be a lot of coffee, but there sure will be a lot of talking. Episode 1.
Tips on Becoming Confident with your host, Crystal.
And Diana. Have you ever gone on stage and felt like you were about to faint? Or remember the time you were asked to hop on a virtual interview? Or what about the time where you were about to take on your very first call center call? Do you remember that? I bet you do, 'cause I still remember mine. I was sweaty, my heart was palpitating, I just felt really, really bad. And I think that's because I didn't have any confidence in myself.
We are gathered here today to witness. I'm just kidding. We are here to help you hone your confidence. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, but not impossible. Right, Yana?
Yes, Crystal.
You know what, Yana?
What is it, Crystal?
When I started out, I didn't sound confident at all. I was hesitant, I was unsure, and I'm pretty sure that the people that talked to me didn't have confidence in me too. But over time, I have developed a certain skill that made me who I am today. What about you, Yana? Where do you stand on confidence?
Oh, I wasn't always this confident growing up. I remember having a panic attack in front of the whole school because I wasn't prepared for a competition that I didn't know I was even part of. I also failed a few job applications because I wasn't confident in myself and I wasn't prepared for the tasks that they asked me to do. But like you said, over time, I learned to get over it and I learned to be more confident in who I am and the skills that I have.
Thank you, Yana. Right. Absolutely. And it always happens to the best of us. And I totally get it. Right? Now, let's talk about how confidence can help us in dealing with members or providers or even with other departments that we work with. How do you deal with it, Yana?
Hmm, I believe in mind over matter. Fake it till you make it. We can't always be confident, but what we can do is try to act confident whenever we communicate with others. Once you get the hang of things and realize that everything is just all in your head, you'll have more confidence in whatever it is that you need to accomplish. Do this every day, and one day you'll just wake up and realize that your fake confidence has become real confidence in the things that you say and do.
I agree. I agree with all of the things that you said, Yana. Absolutely. Fake confidence can turn into real confidence. Here's a couple of tips we can help you in developing your confidence. Yes, I'm talking to you, listener. Now, tip number 1, knowledge. Knowing what you're getting yourself into is the key to everything. Know your product, know your role, know your purpose, and keep learning. Once you have this down, everything will follow. Trust me. You'll know what to do and what to say with your chest, saying it loud and proud. Because you already know what you're talking about. It leaves doubts behind.
Tip number 2. Practice, practice, practice. It may sound cliche to say that practice makes progress, but it does. Practicing can help you overcome your fear of facing other people and your reluctance to face unfamiliar situations. When you know how to effectively deliver the things you want to say, you tend to be more confident about saying it out loud in front of others. Practice in front of the mirror, with your friends and family, and when you're alone with nothing better to do. Practice until everything just comes naturally to you.
Tip number 3. Create a positive mindset. How? Well, you start off with small changes. First is recognize your achievements, no matter how small. For example, you woke up today. Thank God. Others didn't have that same opportunity. You have food on your table. You have work. You have another day to turn everything around. Second, turn mundane things into something great. Because the more that you feed your mind with positive things, it'll show on the outside too. And if you feel good about yourself, you'll become more confident.
Tip number 4. Imitation isn't always bad. Find someone who speaks confidently and imitate them. Watch videos or listen to recordings of people who are known for being confident when they express their ideas. Once you have an idea of what they have in common, you can work on putting your own twist in being confident. Imitate the way they speak or how they act until you figure out what works for you. One day, people will be imitating you too.
Tip number 5. Seek supportive people and avoid toxic ones. Try to surround yourself with people that help you grow, career-wise and personal-wise. Because for me, I'd rather have people that will tell things to my face than hear them be okay with what I'm doing and criticize me behind my back. And I've been telling this to a lot of people. I'm the type of person that would want someone to tell me that I have dirt on my face, rather than them let me just go out in the world with dirt on my face and I'll be embarrassed by it, right? So find people that will encourage you to become a better version of you. Because if you have people that truly care about you, it'll show.
Tip number 6. Empowerment makes you feel powerful. Watch empowering videos to make you feel good and surround yourself with people who empower you and remind you of your worth. Being surrounded by positivity makes you have a positive outlook, and this radiates as confidence. Nothing can beat the confidence that you get from knowing that there are people around you who believe in you and what you can do. Being confident about who you are and what you do can be empowering to others too.
Bottom line is, confidence is not about being perfect or pretending to be perfect. It's all about having that faith in yourself, believing in yourself, despite of all the flaws that you have. So start small, stay consistent, and watch yourself become confident over time.
Now that you know all of those tips, let's check if you're already on your way to becoming your most confident self.
Answer the following questions with a yes or no. If you answer yes to at least 4 out of 6, then you're almost there. You're on your way to becoming the most confident you. 1. Do you keep yourself updated on the things you need to know?
2. Do you practice to get the outcomes you want?
3. Do you stay positive in most situations?
4. Do you follow the example of the people you look up to?
5. Do you surround yourself with good people?
6. Do you wake up every day with a drive to be better and do better?
Okay, you are done with your self-check. What now? Do we just part ways like this? Of course not. We obviously need some closure. We need commitment. Here's what we'll do.
May I ask for you to read the following paragraph to commit to improving your confidence and making sure that you become the best version of you? Be confident in reading it, okay?
Hey Psych2Goers, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome to Psych2Go. Confidence. Some people are born with an innate streak of confidence, whilst it takes a little time for others to develop confidence as they develop from children into adults. But there will be times when your confidence takes a knock, right? It's common to feel like you wish your confidence was better. While other things that are out of control may impact your confidence, such as other people, it's important to know which things you are in control of and how you can prevent yourself from destroying your own confidence. So here are 9 habits that are destroying your confidence. Number 1, you care too much about what other people think. How many times have you said to yourself,
I don't care what other people think about me.
honestly, the tally isn't quite encouraging, is it?
No.
That's okay. It's common to care about what other people think, especially if we're trying to impress them. As human beings, you want to be liked and respected by others. However, when you value other people's thinking and opinion above your own and change your behavior to reflect what you think others want to see, you're doing more harm than good for yourself. Number 2, negative thinking.
I'm not good enough. I can't do this.
You've had one too many of those days, haven't you?
Uh-huh.
You become what you think. If you always think you're not good enough, then you'll never be confident. Do you have thoughts that you can never get that promotion, even though you are qualified? That's negative thinking. Indulging in pessimism creates a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're gradually destroying your self-confidence with all of these thoughts. Reframing those negative thoughts to say, I am good enough to get this job and I need to show my skills, can reinforce a more positive mindset. It's crucial to focus on what you can do instead of worrying about the outcomes that you can't control. Number 3, social media living. Do you compare your lifestyle with your friends on social media? Or how many times have you thought that your social media life is better than your own life? The pretty pictures people paint on social media, as we know, are not always as they appear to be. If you consistently find yourself comparing yourself to others and living in your own version of reality and only putting out what you want the world to see, then you may notice that this has an impact on your confidence in the real world. Once you start to understand that this is not what everyday lives are like, then you should start to feel more grounded. Number 4, self-deprecating talk. When you diminish what you do, you're taking shots at your self-confidence. If every time you speak in a personal or professional setting and you say that you're not that great, you're diminishing your worth and value. When you're constantly communicating that you're not that great, it's bound to make you feel less than confident. Writer C.S. Lewis once said, humility is not thinking less of yourself, but it's thinking of yourself less. So remember that and try not to confuse humility with self-deprecation. Number 5, the blame game is your favorite sport. When you find yourself in a situation that you are not happy with, such as the job that you hate, do you tend to find excuses and blame everybody else or everything else for what is happening? This destroys your self-esteem and you feel less confident about being able to manage your situation. You'll need to develop an exit plan for your self-esteem. In his video, How to Beast explains this idea of blaming acts as a defense mechanism. So rather than pass the blame, taking ownership of your situation should jumpstart your confidence. Fingers crossed. Number 6, You set the bar low for yourself. When you disclaim, I'm not very good at this, so don't have any expectations, it immediately makes others question your ability. Disqualifying yourself verbally reassures you that others won't have high expectations from you and won't be disappointed. But by setting yourself at this level, naturally, your confidence is going to be low, as is your sense of value. So when you put confidence on it, it instills confidence in others about you as well. Number 7, thinking that you don't have anything to say or contribute to a discussion. Why don't you tend to get involved in conversations at work or at social events? Is it because you don't believe that you have anything meaningful to add?
Maybe.
Well, this too is destroying your confidence, as you may feel like people will be bored of what you have to say, or that they'll think that you're not smart.
Yeah, or they'll make fun of me.
This is a story that you've told yourself, and you've started to believe that it's true. It may be that the topic of conversation is not something that you're particularly interested in or know a lot about, but it should not be allowed to cost you your confidence. Okay, number 8, you dismiss compliments. Guilty as charged, right? Yeah, me too. We often receive compliments by deflecting or shying away from accepting them because we're embarrassed or we don't believe the comment. By deflecting, we're not only selling ourselves short, but challenging the judgment of the person complimenting us.
Uh-oh.
Accepting compliments graciously doesn't make you an egomaniac. We can accept compliments graciously and take them on board when developing our confidence. And number 9, ruminating. Ever find yourself repeatedly going over what you didn't get right or situations you didn't like? An example of this may be that you continuously think about something you said during a presentation to your work colleagues. Rumination is taking thinking to another dimension altogether. Even though thinking is considered necessary for problem solving, ruminating is focused on the problem and not on finding the solution. In her article for Forbes, Jamie Kaluga wrote that when you ruminate on your poor decisions or setbacks consistently, even the most confident people can struggle at times, and it's perfectly normal. You are unique individuals with different skills, so use them to your advantage. Using positive affirmations every day where possible can help to remind you of your strengths and what you want to develop.
Well, this has been a wonderful talk. This is your host, Crystal.
And your other charming host, Yana.
See you next time on Communication Excellence Coffee Talk,
where we help you excel in EXL.